Good morning, everybody. This is Pastor Patti with your Monday morning check in for Monday, August 24th. I hope you've had an awesome week and a really nice weekend. I have to tell you, it was really exciting yesterday evening, late afternoon, when we had our first outside back to school blessings. It was so wonderful to see so many of you from the congregation and also people from outside of our church. We had community people, we had some people from Redline come on over, and it was just so great. We got to take a moment, Pastor Nate and myself, and he got to meet some of our families that he hadn't before, but we got to pray with each family and just pray for their wisdom, pray for their safety, and just pray that no matter how they go back to school, that they're safe and it's an awesome experience. And I went home last night and man, it just really hit me as I knew my really close friends from Red Lion were going back today and to school, and I thought there are so many things we are blessed about. But at the same time, as we talked to families yesterday, and every time I talk to people here throughout the daycare and in the community, it's almost like they have to justify every decision they make because of COVID and because of people's opinions. And one of the families said to us yesterday, we thought this would be over in 2 weeks, and I know that was what a lot of people thought, and it hasn't been, and we've all been faced with such hard choices, and depending upon the job you have, the career you have, your health, this has made it maybe harder for some of you than for others. And I came upon a song when I was going through my music at home, and it hit me. It's almost like a punch in the gut, if you know what I mean. And it's called Blessings by Laura Story. I actually have it there for you on your link. But today I just want to talk briefly about those blessings. What does it mean to be blessed? And I gave you a Bible verse for you to read there, and I have another one actually pulled up right here on my other laptop. And I think it's important. But before I share that, I want to share where this story came from. Laura actually wrote it when she was going through a time in her life with her family, and she was really struggling. She felt like her prayers were not being answered, and and she had to decide: does she make a choice and judge God on the circumstances she's living in now, or does she judge her circumstances based upon what she knows and holds true about her God? And she ended up deciding that sometimes the absence of when she's praying for something, the absence of what's coming through might actually be the blessing. And so I spent some time and I studied this song, and I want you, and again, you can listen to it, but I just want you to think about where this falls in your life because it really hit home for me. We pray for blessings, we pray for peace, comfort for family, and protection while we sleep. We pray for healing and for prosperity. We pray for your mighty hand to ease our suffering. But all the while, you hear each spoken need. Yet love is way too much to give us lesser things. When I'm thinking about that, man, how many of us are looking for somebody or someone to be healed in our life? How many of us are looking for that protection for our children or ourselves as we're going off to work and sending them back to school? And we're sending them to an unknown. And it's so hard sometimes to remember that we just need to turn it over and put that trust in God. The song continues with, we pray for wisdom, your voice to hear. We cry in anger when we cannot feel you near. We doubt your goodness. We doubt your love, as if every promise from your word is not enough. So, as I was shared earlier, as I was talking with people, we all feel like we have to defend our decisions. We don't have to. Each of us makes our decisions in this world based upon hopefully your prayer and your trust in God, but also what's best for you, what's best for your family. And every situation is unique. Every school is different. Every job is different. Every family life is unique. So when you make those decisions, you make them with that wisdom that God gave you, and do not feel that you have to justify. And if those people who question you, then maybe they're not the friends you thought they were. That's how I feel when I'm on social media. When I put something out there and if I feel questioned, I have to wonder, do they have that trust in God that I have? Do they understand the situation I'm in? And I can only speak for myself, which is why I use I can't put myself in any of your shoes. The last verse says, when friends betray us, when darkness seems to win, we know that pain reminds his heart that this is not our home. What if my greatest disappointments or the aching of this life, if the revealing of a greater thirst this world can't satisfy? What if trials of this life, the rain, the storms, and the hardest nights, are your mercies in disguise? A lot of people have lost their jobs through this situation. There are people wanting to be back in church or be doing more than what they're doing. And sometimes the circumstances or their health doesn't allow it. Sometimes when your job dictates to you what happens in your life, it's a huge disappointment and frustration. But maybe we need to take this time and realize that it might be a blessing. It might be that next step you've been waiting for. The chorus, which I haven't shared yet, is my favorite. Because what if your blessings come through raindrops? And what if your healing comes through tears? What if 1,000 sleepless nights are what it takes to know you're near? And what if the trials in your life are your mercies in disguise? I can look back through my life and some of them. I've shared them with you many times, and I think they've made me stronger. I pray that as I continue through this life and everything that's placed in front of me is a blessing, that is going to teach me something, that is going to help me connect with others. And I hope that you can see that in your life. It's hard, my friends. It is so hard. And I close with this Bible verse from Isaiah. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. We're in God's hands, my friends. And I hope that what you learn or hear from me today is this sucks sometimes. I don't know how else to say it. But man, there are so many blessings we can grasp. Let's just keep loving and supporting each other. Take care, keep in touch, and I miss you guys. Bye.